Hello everyone, welcome back to FOOTBALLBREHZ, a platform where we discuss, debate and banter. My name is DOS and I'll be your host for today's show. Back with us we have Chelsea fan Kadus, we have Liverpool fan Isha, and we have Spurs fan Ben. And we've got a great show coming for you today. But before we go there, can you guys make sure you subscribe, you like, you follow, and you write in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And make sure you follow all of our social media platforms. That's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Now let's get started. But before we go to the actual games, we had one of the people who watches the podcast ask us to discuss a topic. The topic that fans are coming back to the stadiums. Is it a good thing? Is it a not good thing? For me personally, I feel it's strange that, of course, I want fans to come back in, but it's weird that some teams can have fans and other teams can't have fans. So I'm going to open it up to you guys. Let's spend just a little bit of time on that just to hear your opinions. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to move it over to maybe Isha first.
Yeah, man. I'm going to take my bias hat off for a minute because obviously my team's one of the teams that's allowed to have fans back. I think it's about 2,000.
Yeah.
Because we're tier 2. And for me, I don't know, man. I feel like if they were going to do this, they should have waited until all 20 clubs can have their fans back. Unless there's a weird anomaly in one place that you can't account for. Because for me, it's going to present an unfair advantage to the home team. Because from what I've been hearing, the proposal is that you can only have home fans as well. You can't have away fans in those games.
It's dead.
So it's going to be all home support. So for me, it's a bit weird. Like, it's going to be a clear advantage, obviously.
How fair is that? Like, it doesn't make sense. The first game was also the Man United game against West Ham. They're going to have fans. We don't have no fans. So already the ball's on their side now. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, to me that's weird. I mean, I'm extremely happy that fans can actually be back in the stadium, and I'm done with all these weird crowd noises that they keep playing on the pitch. Like, I hate it. So it's gonna be nice to actually hear that and to be able to see players celebrate and see people to look at. Because sometimes you see the celebrations dead because they don't even know what to do, and that's without even looking at VAR. So yeah, it's gonna be nice to have them back, but I feel like the timing's weird. I'm not gonna lie.
For me, at first I was like, okay, cool. That might encourage the teams and the areas that are in tier 3 to improve in terms of, being safer and COVID and everything. But what changed my mind was seeing teams taking advantage of the idea of having 2,000 fans and trying to charge fans extra or more than usual, and that's put me off the whole idea.
Yeah.
So
to be honest, I'm not surprised they're doing that because all the clubs are probably going to try everything they can to make money back somehow. They're going to try. For me, it's just the moral and the fair thing in football. Football's supposed to be fair, but if you don't have your fans supporting you, but the opposition do, how is that fair? It comes to that. That's what I don't understand. So let's see how it develops. Of course, the first game is us. Let's lead that into that game. Go.
Would you have a different opinion if Manchester were not one of the teams not allowed?
No, I wouldn't, because I said at the beginning, I don't know, in one of the podcasts, I said if we're gonna have fans come back, it has to be when everybody is ready to have fans back into the stadiums. Whether it's 2,000, whether it's 88,000. It's just, for me, how can it be fair? It's like giving one team you got 5 subs and the other team you got 3 subs. It don't make sense.
What I don't understand is why only have 2,000 fans when most of the stadiums are way over 30,000.
It's a good question. It's a good question. Maybe it's just, to start safe. 2,000 first.
I think it's bull, man. I think they just dashed that number out and thought, yeah, this is going to work. And they forgot to factor in the size of different venues.
And we also
doing it on a compact.
Isha, can I interrupt? Sorry, brother. Let's just not pretend that this entire situation has been dealt poorly.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Once when we look at it from that standpoint, then there's no point trying to apply logic to it because at the end of the day, everything's been fluffed big time. From the ground up, and for us to actually have a deeper conversation, we'll then have to get political and let's keep it football. But I mean, for me, it's good it'll be good to see the fans. Obviously, the overcharging is going to happen. Their business at the end of the day. There's a give and take. I know there's a lot of clubs have also been doing amazing things within the community. It's just one of those things, unfortunately. So we can't have it all. But it would be good to see fans back in the studio for sure.
Just to add to Ben's question, or just to try and answer Ben's question, maybe the reason why it was 2,000 to start off with is because we're only thinking about in the stadium, but outside of the stadium, making your way to the ground, they don't want people to populate together. So maybe they're trying to make it smooth. Maybe, I'm just guessing that would maybe what makes sense. But anyway, let's move on from that. Let's go to the first game. We're gonna go to Manchester United away to West Ham, where we're gonna see fans in West Ham Stadium. I think that might be the first game we see fans. I think, but let's quickly talk about United's game before that. United just had a crazy game where they were 2-0 down against Southampton, and we came back to win 3-2. Cavani. That's all I'm gonna say. What a comeback. And let's not get it twisted. Southampton are no joke. And they showed it with their pressing and everything, especially in that first half. But I don't think I felt that happy with 3 points like that I have in a long time that I did today. My days, that was great. I think first half was terrible for us. I think just, when I say terrible, maybe is over exaggerating. It's just that diamond shape that we just didn't look balanced, I felt like, for a while. And Southampton, the difference was how good they were with set pieces to us. Like, Ward-Prowse is a magician on the ball, man. And his first cross for the corner was just
the best
terrific.
in Europe, man.
My God. And then his free kick was incredible as well. So, of course, you have to give them that respect. You have to, we were losing 2-0, but we were also losing to a good team, 2-0. I mean, I can't even imagine if they had Ings, they would have been a lot more dangerous. But I really, really salute the team in terms of how they came back second half, showed character, didn't concede. Goalkeeper went off, another keeper came on. We still kept our, nerve, and we came back to win 3-2. I mean, that shows character, and it gives me confidence going into the next few games. So I don't know what you guys, if you guys wanna.
Don't you think it was also the manager and the changes he made?
Who, Ollie? Definitely.
Yeah,
I give him credit. He brought in
sure.
Cavani. A lot of people question why did he take off Greenwood when he could have taken off someone like a Matic or someone else who wasn't playing as well. Let's say, for example. Another day, if we didn't get the win, maybe he could have got questioned for that decision. But the fact that it paid off for him, you have to give him that credit. I mean, he brought on Cavani, and Cavani made all the difference, So,
it'd also be a different game if you guys finished those chances too. So we can question that. But if you guys finished it, then we'd be having a very different conversation.
Exactly.
Because you had many chances in the first half.
I think that's the issue with us. I think it's us. We have to be more clinical in front of goal. Like, we have to. Today could have been a comfortable 3-0, 3-1, 4-1, 4-2 victory. It could have been if everybody was clinical. But it's just, it's been the problem with Man United all season. It's these players. I'm talking about Rashford. I'm talking about Martial. I'm talking about, I would say Greenwood is one of the more clinical ones, even though today he scuffed a chance. Bruno as well. But man, talking about Bruno, this guy just keeps on going, keeps on scoring, keeps on assisting. Like, I don't know when he's going to stop.
It's so strange. You know what I hate about this guy? I hate him. Because, he doesn't even need to have an amazing game. I don't remember him being that good in this game. And then he pops up with a goal and assist, and then you're like...
No, he was good, especially second half. First half, I would say, the thing with him is, a lot of people see, he loses balls a lot. In terms of, when I say loses balls, I'm talking about forward passing. Sometimes, a lot of the times, it doesn't go through. So a lot of people criticize that, and I understand he needs to be much more precise with his passing. But it also pays off for him, because if he gets a goal or an assist from that, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
He's a volume guy.
The reason he loses balls is because he's constantly trying something new. He's constantly being creative.
Yep.
And he's constantly thinking outside the box. And that's why he's always that player that makes a difference, because he's constantly not giving up, constantly trying. And that's what makes him different. And that's annoying. That's going to be annoying for any opponent team. So.
Yeah, but you see, the difference is, because United already had that in Paul Pogba. But Bruno Fernandes, what he's doing is he tries the same passes that Pogba was trying, but Bruno Fernandes' success rate with those passes is so much higher than what Pogba was producing. And because I remember people said the same thing about Pogba. They said, well, he's trying these things that other people aren't trying. But Bruno Fernandes is another level up, because maybe 4 out of 10 that he tries lead to a goal or assist, and you're
It's not just that, but I think people also need to understand that his ability to lead a team is
the biggest. You're right.
Yeah,
and I think what he does is he encourages people around him to play. I think with Pogba, he needs other great players around him in order for him to do his thing. It's not, and that's not taking it away from Pogba, because I do think that he's a brilliant player. But you know, when you look at Bruno Fernandes, he brings people up. Mason Greenwood flourished last season because of Bruno, especially in the final half when he came in January. So, you know, I'm the same with Isha, right? I hate him, but you know, I respect him at the same time, because arguably he is one of the best attacking midfielders, I would say, in Europe. I mean, like Mookie said it before, stats don't lie. So
right now, who's better?
Who's better than
Thinking right now, who can we say is on level or better than Bruno in Europe?
What, in Europe?
I can't think of
probably like
anyone.
Muller.
In that position, I don't think
Muller doesn't really play him in that position though,
And Muller's number 10. He just gets played out of position sometimes to accommodate him with Lewandowski. But
to be honest, I mean,
number 10.
Bruno was a number 10 today. It's difficult right now. I don't really see many more players that are doing it better than him right now.
But the numbers, for sure. With the numbers, it's
he's on a madness right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I mean, right now, so we're coming up against West Ham. If you asked me last week how I felt, I would have told you probably we could get a win. I would have said. What I'm nervous about right now is they've got fans. I'm nervous about that only because not necessarily just the fan aspect is going to get the team excited. They're going to want to play in front of their fans. I remember, I think we were the first team that played West Ham when they moved into their new stadium. I think, and it was annoying because I was like, oh, the fans are going to be excited. And I remember, I think we lost that game. So I'm not confident. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not confident going into this game, but we do have enough to win if we turn up that game.
Antonio's back as well.
You're going against your old manager.
Oh Lord,
Moist.
Oh Lord. And Antonio's the one who I'm really worried about. So we'll see what happens, but I think Oli just needs to keep it consistent. He needs to play the right 11, and then hopefully we'll be able to do them damage. Let's move on from Man United. We'll go to Chelsea next. Chelsea had a stalemate of a game against Spurs today. Let's quickly talk about that game, Spurs-Chelsea, and then we'll go to your game against Leeds coming up. So, how do you guys feel? How do you feel about drawing 0-0, dropping points, but at the same time it was a big game? Who would you say that point is better for?
Spurs.
Yep.
I think Spurs, because he's top of the league for sure. But I think both teams should be happy with that because no one lost. Not only did no one lose, I think it's more performance. We both got to see our team perform at a serious level defensively.
I disagree.
I think you're being too nice to each other. I personally don't think I don't think Lampard is going to be happy. I personally.
We'll get to that. I can talk.
As a fan, I'm okay with the result. Okay, I would have preferred the win, of course, but I'm okay with the result.
But you're playing away.
But
exactly.
Exactly. So that's what I mean. So if I think, okay, we were away and we did what we did, and we sat back and it played out fine. And to be fair, the last 20-25 minutes, Chelsea were all over us, but we still kept a clean sheet and we still walked away with a point. And we're still top. I'm happy with that. But what I was also even more happy to hear was Joseph saying the dressing room was not happy because they came to take 3 points. And I was like, right, yes, that's what I like to hear. So I can't complain.
But I also think Jose saying that it's also partly mind games as well. He wants to try and get his team's character up, which is a smart thing to do.
It's smart.
But, it's weird for him to say that they're not happy because Chelsea were the better team second half, if you think about it.
Yeah, but you saw them walk off the pitch. You saw Spurs play walking off the pitch. They weren't celebrating. They weren't smiling.
Of course, because they didn't win. It would be weird if you were celebrating.
It's a derby, man. I don't think any, we have to be, let's be real, it's a derby. And Tottenham Chelsea have always been a good game. If I was to look at it, if I was to be super critical, we should have finished our chances. Reece James deserved some assists today. He was phenomenal. Phenomenal game. Mason Mount, that shot that was saved by him, by Lloris in the second half, phenomenal. Ziyech had a very slow start, but he kind of settled into the game, but it was a bit off pace today. I mean, look, Tammy should have buried those two headers. He should have, had a very, very below par game today. Giroud, it would have been nice to see Giroud there, but I understand why Lampard did that. But yeah, okay, take that critique away. If I was to look at the grander scheme, right? If I was to then look at it holistically, defensively we were good. Zuma had a few chances where it was a bit iffy, but defensively we were good. Thiago Silva, amazing captain. Reece James, best right back in the league. I'll leave it there. Mendy had a phenomenal game as well. Gave us so much. So, midfield as well, we did well. Mason Mount.
Kante was a problem.
Oh,
he was a problem.
Get that guy.
I would say Kante was the best player for Chelsea by a mile for sure. For Spurs,
Mason Mount was close. Mason Mount and Reece James were close.
Quick question for Kadus. How come Havertz is not starting?
Well, apparently the COVID they said the symptoms were a bit heavier, and I think it was just match fitness. But at the same time, Kovacic has been playing. He's been flourishing in that number 8 role as well. Him and Mason Mount.
Yeah, he's
so
been good. Yeah.
And not even just not even just that. I think with that 4-3-3 system now, we have an array of players where we can start. Anyone's a starter, and I think it's a good thing to have. So I feel for Tottenham, you're going to need that ruggedness, and Kovacic gave us that ruggedness in the midfield. So I think it was a good shout to have Havertz on the bench.
Okay, cool. That's okay. I just wanted to check.
I know what you're trying to say, but it makes no sense.
Ben,
I was just curious because he's fit. So
Ben, who would you say from Spurs was your best player? Who was your best player? If you had to pick one player.
If I had to pick one player, I'd say Dobele. He was
Interesting.
He was doing a lot.
More than Højbjerg?
I
I thought Højbjerg was pretty solid.
I think both of them were
Dobele
pretty
was
good.
sick.
But when I look at in terms of creating chances, I felt like Dobele gave that a lot to us, where he was taking out midfielders and just giving us opportunities going forward. To be fair though, he did a couple of times fail on the final pass, but he was literally just his movement.
But he's trying.
Was amazing.
Yeah.
He was relieving pressure.
But you can't, like you say, you can't take away from Højbjerg, because just like what Kante was doing for Chelsea, Højbjerg was doing the same thing for Spurs.
We did it better.
This guy. Do you know what? Yeah, I gave you credit, yeah, and then this is what you do. This is what you do.
You know, I think
Kadus has to go back to his own
You know, I
side.
think
Kadus-
He's talking to you, yeah?
You know, I think he's sick. You know, I think he's
Kadus, you have to understand he's not wearing his jacket today, so he's not happy.
Yeah.
Hoodie up, everything.
Yeah, man.
Okay. So Kadus, you're going up against Leeds now. This is going to be an interesting game because Leeds know how to break apart defenses. Your defense has been strong. Are you confident going into that game? Because Leeds can cause you problems if they want. The only thing is though, your attackers may have a field day against their defense.
Yeah, you know what? I said this when they were playing the last game they played. I love Leeds. I love watching them as a team because they just throw Hail Marys all game. All game, just Hail Marys, and if it sticks, it sticks, and I love that.
Yeah.
But not even just that, it's actually really, really good football. So
It's entertaining, for sure.
for sure. But one thing that impresses me most about them, just in terms of their fitness, they bring back for 90 minutes. It's non-stop.
Yeah.
So Chelsea are going to have a game on their hands. For me, I could say we could potentially lose points. But one thing that I will say, credit to Leeds, what they've done in terms of conversion has been terrible. They've had many times where they've got into positions and they crumble. And I feel that we won't give them many options going forwards because defensively I feel safe in saying that we could potentially control them. But I think that we have the quality to put them to bed. So I do think we'll win, but it's going to be a game that's going to be hard fought for sure.
The good thing is you're at home as well. Do you have fans? Are you going to have fans in your stadium?
Yes, we're currently in talks to have the fans.
Oh, that's cool
man.
then. That's cool. That would be a good.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited for that game.
Who would you say is a danger man for them that you have to be aware of?
I like Bamford. I do like him. I like how he can drop into space. He's a very clever attacker. But I think is it not Cost? Who's
Is it Rafinha? Rafinha's a bad boy. He's a bad boy.
He's the guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy. He's one. But Chelsea have so many different options, man. So for me, it's like this season we can get goals from anywhere. We've done that already. So
Do you know what's mad? The stats are mad between Chelsea versus Leeds.
yeah.
Played 24 games, and each team has won 8 games and drawn 8 games. That's mad.
Wow.
Crazy.
Wow. I'm excited. like this weekend, there's a lot of games where people could slip up points as
Boy.
well, which is cool. Just like the weekend that just happened, we had a great weekend this weekend. So, talking about that, let's move on from that. Let's go to Isha. Let's go to Liverpool. Liverpool are going to be playing against Wolves. Wolves just put Arsenal aside. First of all, before we even go any
Why
further,
are you skipping Spurs like that?
no, because you got your game is the big one, so we're gonna do that last. Relax, bruv, breathe.
Okay.
So,
You're stressed out.
before
Don't talk
we-
about Arsenal, they're shit, bro.
I know. Before we
Don't talk about Arsenal.
before we move forward, let's just hope.
Actually, you know what? No, let's talk about Arteta. real
You
quick.
know he said
No,
it's
no,
a
no.
big game.
Wait.
there.
Talk about
Wait, before.
Are you saying it's a big game for Spurs or for Arsenal? I don't know. I don't know.
I was like, big game. Then I pulled up the table and I was like,
That's bad, man. Before we go any further, let's just hope for a quick recovery to Jimenez. Like that
Yeah,
was really
man.
serious.
Yeah, man.
So let's make sure. Hopefully he gets better. Like I don't even know how Luis continued. They let him continue to play. That was mad. And then he came off
me,
in
that
the
was
first half.
irresponsible.
Yeah,
That man
it-
was still dripping blood. You
I
know.
know.
I was like,
It didn't make
Yeah.
no sense. It was horrible to see as well. So hopefully he
It,
comes back.
it reminded me of '98 when people used to crack their heads open and then just put a.
It's ridiculous. He couldn't even run properly. If you saw him, he couldn't even run properly. It was
Someone doing
crazy.
surgery.
And then they let
Someone
him,
doing
they let him
surgery
take a
with the
free
sidelines.
kick as well. I was like, why are they letting this brother take a free
and
kick?
then they put him in the
Amazing.
centre of the box for a corner. I was like, you mad?
It's like
No concern for
only
his life.
Only Arsenal would do that.
Why they
Only
need to get
Arsenal
finished
would.
off?
Yeah, they were like, yo, just finding
His contract to terminate him.
Oh my god.
So Isha, you saw them. You saw
Yo,
how
Arsenal
they
is shit, man.
That's what I'm saying. You saw how we'll get to Arsenal when we talk about Spurs. You saw how they dealt with Arsenal. They're coming to you guys now. You guys dropped points against Brighton, which was, I think, it was a fair result, man, because they had their chances as well.
Brighton should have won 2-1.
That's
innit?
what I'm
They
saying.
should have
So-
made that fair
deserve
penalty.
a point.
So your role or your run kind of has stopped because you guys dropped points now. So how are
Yeah.
you feeling going against? Because it's not going to get easier. You know, Wolves are not
Yeah.
an easy team to play. So how are you feeling?
To tell you the truth, I don't know. Klopp said that Thiago and Ox will not be back for Tuesday's game against Ajax and Sunday's game against Wolves. So we're missing both of them for both of those games.
Do you remember what I said? Do you remember what I said at the beginning of the season when you were gassed about Thiago? I said he's not going to play this season.
Yeah, but it's not like a muscle injury or what you were talking about.
Yeah, but he's injured. He's
Someone
injured.
dashed
though.
his knee,
He's
bruv,
injured,
like-
though.
It
He's
don't
injured.
matter.
He's
It don't
injured.
matter.
Anyone.
He-
Could
You
be
were saying
anyone, innit?
signing of the bloody season, bruv.
The
The guys haven't
most,
played like
that's what I'm
90
saying.
minutes.
The most important thing
Hey, you
is
agreed.
playing on the pitch. I'm talking about playing on the pitch. We haven't
If you say
seen
fit.
him. I think the only time I saw him was that 45 minutes where he played amazing, and that was it.
Yeah.
Has he played
He
again?
had that. Well, he played against
No.
Everton and Chelsea, innit? And that was it. Everton is when Richarlison broke up his knee.
Oh, and then he got
that was
injured
it.
again. And then he got injured again.
Nah, he wasn't injured. He had COVID. So,
Oh,
you get
okay,
me?
okay.
Yeah, that's why he didn't play. But he's just unlucky, man. But it's
It's still an
peak.
injury. COVID is still an injury.
Just know, just
Injured
know,
lung.
just know. I'm on two people. I'm on Thiago for injury, and I'm on Bale just for. Is he
Just because
was
he's Bale.
Just because he's Bale. Like Brehz brought him back thinking he was gonna do wonders. Best three
Messiah.
forwards in the league, and this guy ain't even getting a game. He's on the bench. And
Thank
and
God,
Ben
innit?
He's
and
smiling
Ben,
too.
And Ben was talking about Falcao. Ben was cussing Falcao. Not Falcao. Sorry, Cavani.
Cavani.
And look what's happened. Look what's happened. Anyways.
It's one game, bruv. Why?
No, it's not one game. What?
Nah,
It's not one game.
he's done well.
What
You're
do you mean?
banging.
Every game he comes on, he plays well, and he scored the last game, and he assisted the one before. Come on, bruv. Come on, bruv.
Seriously, can we just talk about Arteta being a shit manager for a minute? For real quick, can we just talk about how shit Arsenal are though?
I can't-
No, okay, no, ready, that's fine. No, worry.
Ish. Let's
We
tell
won't
us
have it
about
yet.
Liverpool.
We
What's
won't
your
have it yet. We won't have
expectation?
it yet.
I don't know. I mean, Milner's pulled his hamstring, so we haven't even got a right back. We're going to have to play Nico Williams there, I think. And you lot saw Nico Williams in the last game. I think
Why are
he's
you
done
not
for
so
the future.
savage, bruv? This man are dying.
I'm still
I would
laughing
laugh
about
if
Arsenal.
it
No,
was
no, I'm
me.
laughing about
I would
Arsenal.
be
I'm
laughing,
laughing.
man.
I'm laughing at Liverpool. That's a circus, bro. Liverpool
I
have
would be
turned.
laughing.
They've turned into Arsenal. You know what though?
Yeah.
That's
On steroids, bro.
I think I made a good point last. I think we spoke in the group about
Let's
this.
talk about Klopp's interview.
Yes.
I'll come back to that. That was peak.
Okay, go. Keep going. So,
Yeah, so I've got no expectation. Like, Hendo's back, so if I was Klopp, I would probably play Fabinho at right back, because he's played there before, and then put Matip's not injured, he just got rested, so we can play Matip in centre back with Nat Phillips, and then we can have a midfield two of Henderson and Wijnaldum, and then we can play our front four. That for me is balanced enough to get away with it. So it depends on what he does. If we play Nico Williams, he's going to get absolutely molested by Traore. Like, molested.
Whoa.
You know what? It's not even just that. I know that was a weird choice of words, but it's not even just that. It's the fact that they play football, man. It's not like they're just going to come out and try and get a result. That they're going to come and play you guys to win.
Yeah, I'm concerned, man. I feel like this game, I don't see us losing it, but I can see it being another draw. It's going to be a real tough game for us. It's going to be a real tough game. I've got no expectations. After the Wolves game, we should be getting a bunch of players back. I think Trent should be back quite soon. Obviously, Oxford.
We ain't talking about those games, bro.
So,
do you know what's crazy? If United win their game in hand, we're like 2 points behind Liverpool, and we were supposed to be having a crazy season of hell. What's going on? I'm so confused.
The game in hand. It's
reaction
skewed
there,
everything. There was the whole banter, but the game in hand skewed it. It was the same
It's not just the game in hand. It's just the unpredictable games. Like you know, the top six can't predict to go and take 3 points from any team. You know, Liverpool showed that. We're officially now halfway through the fixtures.
And Chelsea are winning the league. I'm telling you, mate. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. On that,
about that in January. That's all.
On that note, we move on. Let's go to the London derby. So we've gone from one London derby this weekend to the next London derby. Now you're gonna be at home, Tottenham, to Arsenal. You can make Arsenal's lives even more of a misery. Do you think you're gonna do that, Ben?
Easy.
Slapped.
Jeez.
After the way they played against Wolves today.
I know you're saying easy, but I just don't know why. I just feel like Arsenal are going to turn up against Spurs.
I think they're going to get slapped.
You have a point. A derby is always a big thing. I think a derby always brings the game, and it always improves every single team.
Arteta's playing a back nine, bro.
So if I'm to be realistic, yes, it's not going to be a walk in the park, but I know we should get 3 points.
It's also Jose, and Jose always beats Arsenal. Whatever team he has.
This is the thing. The way Chelsea stopped us today was defensively. Do you see what I mean? And sorry,
no, we dominate midfield, bro. No. We dominate midfield, bro. Stop it.
We let you dominate. Like, we sit back. That's our style of play. If anything, we didn't let you dominate enough because your percentage possession was not even as bad as Man City.
Okay,
we just missed our chances, mate.
Let's not go back to that game. But Ben, look at what Arsenal did against City, and look what Arsenal did against Chelsea in the cup final. Look what games where they want to turn up. Sometimes they turn up. So, and you're not worried that they're going to turn up against you guys, even against Liverpool. I mean, they even beat Liverpool. So.
Nah, they didn't turn up though. They just play counter-attacking football.
But that's what I'm saying. So if they play counter-attacking football against Spurs, could they do a damage? Could they bring out a result?
Counter the counter.
Imagine everybody's just waiting in there.
It will literally be like a school dance where like everyone's just on the other side of the
waiting.
pitch. Just waiting. The ball's in the middle of the pitch.
Even if they played counter-attacking, I think even if we were to go toe-to-toe, goal for goal, we would still outscore them. So,
yeah, you will. For sure.
I'm not worried.
It's Aubameyang. I'm telling you.
What is going on with Aubameyang, man? He's dead right now.
He got that new contract. He got that new contract. He's so willing walking through the door. Okay, why are you here, really? He's like, I'm just here because it's free money, bro. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna chill too because it's Arsenal. So I'm in.
Unless Ozil's working his way through them in the background.
Ozil's chilling. Ozil's getting paid 400k for people to chat shit about him.
You know what? If I'm Ozil, I'm at home and I am laughing because it's so evident that Arsenal are missing him. So I would be like, the fans are screaming for it, everybody's screaming for it, I'm still getting paid, and you guys are the ones that look like idiots.
He's like this. He's looking at the TV like,
bruv,
you get me.
It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. But Arsenal right now, they're in trouble. Arsenal are in trouble. Let's be real. They're still like what 13th, 14th, 15th in the league. I don't even know where they are. That's what I'm saying. So they lose that game.
It's a project, man.
Yo, they lose that game. They
Trust
could
the
drop
process. You know what's mad? They're not even playing a back five. They were playing a back four. So you would think that they'd be going forward a bit more.
weird.
You put
It's
Aubameyang in the middle. People were screaming for Aubameyang to be put in the middle.
It's that midfield.
He's put in the middle today.
It's that midfield. The midfield
Oh my God!
is
Danny
dead.
Ceballos apparently he rejected Real Madrid to go to Arsenal.
Apparently.
Danny Ceballos dead. Saka needs to leave. Aubameyang.
It's like they had
retirement.
their best on paper. They had their best squad out.
Terrible.
And it just.
Pepe.
Them youngsters are not performing either, man. The Nelsons and Ketias, all them Brehz these guys are raving about. Where are they now?
Nelson came on halfway.
They perform.
The second
Well,
half,
they
and he
perform
did
in
better.
Europa. They perform in Europa. They don't perform.
Yeah,
in
They
against
perform
Georgia
against
and
Molde, against the Maldives. I don't know what team they were
Man,
You
playing.
get me?
Man said Maldives.
Plumbers, innit?
The Maldives, bro.
Okay.
I don't even know.
Let's try and be
Part-time footballers.
Let's try and be fair for 1 second.
Nah, fuck that.
Arsenal
Arteta.
v Spurs. Where do you
Out
think
of
the
there,
game?
bruv.
Where do you think
You're
the game
going.
will be won?
You're getting sacked next week, bro.
Everywhere.
Where do you think the game will be won?
It's going to be
What do
won
you-
everywhere.
What do you mean won everywhere? You're saying Spurs are going to beat them
It's going to
everywhere?
win in every department.
In every
Really?
department,
The
bro.
defense, the midfield attack, yeah.
Wow.
Aubameyang's hairline is going to go back a few more inches after this game, bro.
Robocop,
Hold
bruv.
on, OS, you sound like you
Robocop.
disagree. Do you think they can win anywhere?
Do you know what? I think they could turn up.
Listen to the high pitched voice.
I know. Like, I'm trying to keep it like equal.
You made it worse.
You know what? I know.
He's trying so hard not to lie, innit? He's trying to do something. I'm scared. Do it!
No, you know what it is.
Arsenal
You know
are
what? You know what it is. I've always predicted Arsenal wins the last few weeks, and they've let me down every single time. But this game, the only thing that I can cling on is that it's a North London derby, and anything can happen in that game. That's the only thing I can cling on. Everything else tells me it's going to be a Spurs battering. Everything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you another question. When's the last time Arsenal beat us in a derby?
Oh,
That's a good
jeez.
question.
That's jeez. Maybe someone like Brooke or Kemal can answer that.
Where's book? Hashtag where's book? Hashtag where's
Hashtag
video?
where's-
By
I've been
name,
searching for
at
Willis
it,
to
by
Fulham
name.
game, bro.
By name, you know, Ali, exactly. You know what, Ben?
Especially just make this clear. We're at home as well.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
And we've got fans as well.
Oh,
So-
it's game over. It's game over.
Arsenal are
It's
getting
game over.
relegated. That's all I'm saying. Arteta, it's either Arteta goes or Arsenal gets relegated. That's the two options. So you know what I mean?
Jeez.
Out of it, mate. Out of it. People are calling
I
him the
just think- I
Messiah.
just think-
No, I'm sick of this, bro. People are calling him the Messiah a few
One thing-
months ago.
one thing I
My
know
guy
for
can't
sure-
even pick himself out. Nah, man.
One thing I know for sure is Arsenal will go into a back five against Spurs for sure. That's gonna
Back
happen.
nine, bruv.
Back nine. I just think if they are to get anything from this game, their midfielders have to be fighting for their lives. Aubameyang has to show up back to what Aubameyang used to be, and that's the only chance that they will have to get something out of this
we
game.
have to literally make major errors to allow them.
I don't think
chances.
so. I don't think so. I think if you play well and if they like really turn up, then it could go either way. I just think they won't. That's the problem. I think they won't.
But even if they turn up, we've got the ability to stop them. This is the problem. Like,
But you don't think they have the ability to stop
unless
you?
unless we have the shittest game ever. Even if they turn up, we still can stop them. Do you see what I mean? So
I
this is
hear you, but you know they may play El Neni in there, they may play Shaka in there to make it really defensively solid in front of a back five.
and we've faced really defensive teams. Like, how many teams have we faced defensively and we still come out with 3 points?
Fair. No, yeah, everything says that you will win, but I'm looking at that little
I'm
small
not letting
percentage.
you. I'm not letting you.
All
I'm not
right,
letting you.
cool. Okay, cool. You guys are gonna win then. All right, let's.
Arsenal are terrible, man. Like they're terrible. It's a terrible club. Terrible from the bottom up. Run terrible. Terrible fans. Terrible manager. Terrible pitch. Just terrible, mate.
I don't even
Yo,
like the stadium.
Aubameyang's got a
I'm telling you
terrible
now,
hairline,
Kamal's
bruv.
gonna be pissed.
Wow.
Terrible,
Don't even
mate.
like the
Terrible.
It
We
was
gotta stop. We
horrible,
gotta
mate.
stop. We gotta stop humouring these guys. We gotta stop it now. We gotta stop humouring them. Let's face reality right now about your club.
They are the
Always.
worst. They are the
Always.
worst. Yes.
I know why you're trying to big up Arsenal a little bit, because of our bet, innit? It's
No,
okay.
I'm not big. No,
It's okay.
I'm not bigging up Arsenal. Arsenal are terrible. It's just a North London derby thing. We could be playing rubbish, and if we came up against City, I'd have a hope that we would beat them just because of that derby. Anything can happen, and it's happened in the past. So, if they win next week, I'm not surprised. That's what I'm saying. I'm not surprised if they win next week because it's a derby. That's all. But if you win, it makes sense.
If they win next week, yeah, I'll be like this.
all right. Let's move on from that. We're gonna go to score predictions. Before we go to the score predictions, guys, just a reminder: make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow, you like all of our social media platforms, and put into the comments what you would like for us to discuss, and we'll discuss it. So let's move on to the predictions, quick and fast. Friday, first game, Aston Villa v Newcastle. I'm gonna say this is gonna be a Newcastle 2-1 win against Aston Villa. What are you saying, Kadus?
1-1.
Okay, what are you saying, Ben?
2-2.
Okay, and Isha, what are you saying?
1-1.
Okay. Yeah, this could go either way, actually. Saturday, Burnley versus Everton. I'm going to say 3-1 Everton. Not sure, but 3-1 Everton. Kadus, what are you saying?
Yeah, 3-1 too. 3-1 Everton.
Okay. Ben, what are you saying?
3-0. I don't see Burnley scoring.
Okay, fair enough. Isha?
I'm going to go 2-1 Everton.
Okay. Next game, Manchester City versus Fulham. I'm going to say a comfortable 4-0 victory for City.
Where's
What
a
you
copy
say-
of my scores?
Really? No.
Yeah,
Kadus, come on. Kadus, what's your prediction?
4-0. I said 4-0.
Okay. Ben?
5-0 City.
Okay. Isha?
I like the order there. 6-0 City.
Okay.
Damn, could I say 3-0 now?
You want to say 3-0? Let's go to West Ham versus Manchester United. I'm going to hope 2-1 Manchester United victory. What are you saying, Kadus?
2-2 draw.
Okay. Ben, what are you saying?
2-3 United.
Okay. What are you saying, Isha?
2-2 draw. Antonio to score.
Okay.
That rhymed.
All right, fair enough. Chelsea versus Leeds. I'm going to say this is going to be a 2-2 draw, actually. Kadus, what are you saying?
2-0 Chelsea.
Okay. Ben, what are you saying?
3-2 Chelsea.
Okay. Isha, what are you saying?
I'm getting another 2-2 draw.
Okay.
Why do you think we're going to concede? We haven't been conceding goals.
Because
Leeds-
Leeds play
They
very
don't
well.
finish their chance.
Yeah.
Have you not seen how they don't finish their chance? Okay, all right.
Let's go to
If
Sunday.
anything, I'd expect Leeds to win it, but you know.
Okay, let's go to Sunday. West Brom
Hope so.
versus Palace. I'm going to say 2-0 Palace. What are you saying, Kadus?
I don't even. I think 2-1.
Okay, what are you saying, Ben?
2-1 Palace.
Okay, what are you saying, Isha?
I'm actually going to go 1-0 West Brom.
Okay.
Conor Gallagher to score.
Next game, Sheffield United versus Leicester. I'm going to say 2-0 Leicester. What are you saying, Kadus?
2-1 Leicester.
Okay, Ben?
2-0 Leicester.
Isha?
2-1 Leicester.
Okay, we'll leave the Tottenham game to last. Liverpool versus Wolves. I'm going to say 3-1 Liverpool. What are you saying, Kadus?
Yeah, 2-1 Liverpool.
Okay, Ben?
I think this is a bit draw, 2-2.
Okay, Isha?
I ain't mad at that. I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool.
Okay, Monday, Brighton versus Southampton. I'm going to say 2-1 Southampton. What are you saying, Kadus?
3-1 Southampton.
Ben?
I think this will be a draw, 1-1.
Okay, Isha?
I agree, 1-1.
Okay, and then the last game, Tottenham Hotspur versus Arsenal. I'm going to say 2-1 Tottenham. What are you saying, Kadus?
4-0 Tottenham.
Woo! Are you serious? Are you serious? Wow. Ben, what are you saying, Ben? Ben, what are you saying?
Hold on, this is the moment. Hold on.
No, Ben.
2-0 Spurs.
Damn.
2-0. Isha, what are you saying?
I actually forgot. Flip, man. I'm going to go 2-0 Tottenham. I'm going to go right in the middle. That is peak.
That's mad. Okay, well, there you have it. I mean, the 4-0.
Look at the serious face
We'll
Kadus
leave
has
it
got.
on the 4-0. Thank you so much for joining us this week. Thank you guys for coming in. Sorry, Kemal. Guys, again, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you follow, and we're going to bring you much more content next week. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Arsenal is shit.